What is up, Jets fans? What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the JETS Jets Show. Sean here, your host, and I'm super excited to be back on another Mock Draft Monday. So we got Mock Draft 2.0 today coming at you, and we'll see what you think. I think there's going to be some interesting moves here, and I think the Jets are going to do a really good job of solidifying their roster for the future. So let's get started. So, with that being said, we start off. The Jets have pick number 4 overall in the 2022 NFL Draft. And the Atlanta Falcons, give them a call. The Atlanta Falcons offer the Jets the number 8 overall pick, the number 43 overall pick, their second round pick, number 82 overall, their third round pick, and a 2023 second round pick. And I have the Jets taking that offer. It's a tremendous offer. They're coming up. They're going after their quarterback of the future, Malik Willis. At number 4 overall, we're dropping back to 8 and picking up a whole bunch of awesome draft capital in the process. That being said, in this mock draft, I actually have the assumption the Jets are going to trade a second-round pick this year and next year for a wide receiver, a veteran wide receiver to fill out wide receiver 1 role, whether it be Brandon Cooks, maybe Terry McLaurin, A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf. But I gave up that 38th pick overall for that trade in this scenario. And then moving on, we are at pick number 8. At pick number 8, the Baltimore Ravens give the Jets a call and offer them a first, second, and third, number 14 overall in the first round for number 8. And they come up, Jets make that deal, and they come up and select Kyle Hamilton, number 8 overall. And so we're sitting at picks 10 and pick 14. At pick 10, I have the New York Jets selecting Ahmad Gardner, hot sauce from Cincinnati, cornerback, big time move, love it. Him with DJ Reed, who's super physical, Michael Carter in the slot. You have a tremendous amount of depth with Eccles and Bryce Hall in the secondary as well. Pick 10. I know we have some other needs, but we address wide receiver. I have to go with the best player overall. And for me, that's Ahmad Gardner. I can't believe he dropped this far in this mock, but we had, Adrian Hutchinson, as well as Trayvon Walker, George Karlaftis, all go so far. We also had 2 quarterbacks selected. Pickett was also selected. You have 2 offensive linemen selected, or 3, I'm sorry, Charles Cross, Ike Ekwomu, and Evan Neal, and then obviously the Hamilton selection as well. So then we drop down to pick number 14, and shockingly enough, Kayvon Thibodeau is still on the board. So the Jets take Kayvon Thibodeau at number 14 overall. Wow. So we end up with Sauce Gardner and Thibodeau and trading down and getting our number 1 wide receiver. Huge win by JD. Pretty incredible. I know I'm not a super fan of KT, but if he's dropping all the way to 14, in this scenario, the other 4 pass rushers I'd consider in the first round are already all gone. Hutchinson's gone, Trayvon Walker's gone, George Karlaftis is gone, Jermaine Johnson's gone. So we're going to take Thibodeau. We're actually going to be trading up with our 35th pick overall and the second round pick we picked up from Baltimore. And we're going to be trading up back into the first round to number 26 overall and selecting, get ready for it, Nakobe Dean, linebacker from Georgia. I think he's the perfect complement to C.J. Mosley. huge hole on this roster. I don't know who's going to be starting next to him. So it's a lot bigger the need than people think. We then solidify our cornerback, pass rusher, and linebacker position, all with the 3 first-round picks. And we already got the wide receiver, so we are looking really solid filling these holes with big-time talent that we've been lacking for a number of years. So dropping back. Number 43 overall, we're taking Jalen Petrie, safety out of Baylor. This guy is just a. I'm sorry, this is at number. I think I made a mistake here. Let's see. I'm sorry, I picked number 43, Jalen Petrie, and love the pick. He is kind of a hybrid secondary player. Could play safety, a little cornerback, a little linebacker, like weak side linebacker. Like nice chest piece to move around. I think Saleh would have fun with that. You could play a 3 safety set now with Jordan Whitehead, LaMarcus Joyner. LaMarcus can play free safety. Whitehead could play strong safety, and then you got Petrie as like a hybrid. It's going to make this defense really have a lot of flexibility and can get really creative with blitz packages, different coverage packages. I mean, you could play zone on one side of the field, play man with Ahmad Gardner on the other, and really, really throw quarterbacks off. So, pretty tremendous move there as far as I'm concerned. Then we have the Jets selecting at pick number 45. And with that selection, I have the New York Jets selecting the defensive tackle Travis Jones out of Connecticut. Another big body to fill out the defensive line. Run stopper, kind of replace Fatukasi. And I think that's, going to round out our defense really well. We've been able to select 5 straight defensive players in the draft, all of which are going to be day one contributors and, really bulk up each individual position group on the defense. Now, dropping down into the 3rd round, I was kind of shocked. I was going to go probably running back here. Isaiah Spiller was still on the board at this point, who I really, really like. I had him in my last mock draft. But I couldn't pass up George Pickens still being available at pick 69. So I took George Pickens, wide receiver, Georgia. Even though we traded for a wide receiver in my scenario, we have Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, Braxton Berrios, Denzel Mims, who I'm not completely, discounting at this point. He could still have a bounce back year. He's got a lot of talent. Corey Davis is going to be gone next year, probably. I don't see them keeping him for a 3rd year at his salary of, $13-14 million next year. So George Pickens, you get a replacement in ahead of time, give him a year to kind of get back from his injury, kind of develop, and, then you have him with the wide receiver you traded for, Elijah Moore, Braxton Berrios as your 4, Denzel Mims as your 5. I mean, it's pretty solid wide receiver core at that point. Moving on, we have pick 82. With pick 82 in the trade down with the Falcons, I have the Jets selecting Tyler Algier, running back out of BYU. Great compliment back to Michael Carter. He's a little bit bigger, a little more powerful. One cut, hit the hole, bowl people over. Much more physical, falls forward after the hit on the tackle. And, super solid pick there. And I think he really rounds out the offense. And then with my last 3 selections, I'm going to it's going to be similar to what I had in my last mock draft, but I'm really going to just fill out some depth pieces with some high upside, kind of like we did with the depth on the defense last year in the draft with all the corners, secondary players, linebackers we selected at the end of the draft. high upside guys, some guys that were hurt by injury. I'm kind of going to go with some really high upside guys, middle round guys on the offense this year. So with pick 111, I'm going Matt Waletzko from North Dakota. Solid guy, a lot of upside, small school, but we need tackle depth. I still think we're going to try to sign a veteran tackle to be a swing tackle in case Becton, something happens with his injuries or something like that. But I think he's a good developmental guy that could possibly come in and start within 2 years. At pick 117, I have the Jets selecting Jalani Woods again. One of my favorite players in the whole draft, 6'7". He's a beast. I think he's gonna turn out to be a really awesome tight end in the NFL. I really can see some like Antonio Gates in him, who had pretty big size as well. So I think that's a fairly decent comp. I mean, obviously, I don't know how many players are going to be as good as Antonio Gates, but this guy is super, super solid, and he has all the physical attributes. Pretty amazing to see. Then I have the Jets taking 146 and 163, trading up to 129 and selecting Cole Strange. Same as my last mock draft. Love this guy. Super flexible on the interior offensive line. Want some more good young pieces to kind of grow over the next couple years, because you don't know how long George Fant and Lincoln Tomlinson are going to be around. Obviously McGovern probably be a cap casualty next year. So that is the last pick for the Jets draft. So just to summarize real quick, I have the Jets going Ahmad Gardner, cornerback, Cincinnati; Kayvon Thibodeau, edge, Oregon; Nakobe Dean, linebacker, Georgia; Jalen Petrie, safety, Baylor; Travis Jones, defensive tackle, Connecticut; George Pickens, wide receiver, Georgia; Tyler Algier, running back, BYU; Matt Waletzko, offensive tackle, North Dakota; Jalani Woods, tight end, Virginia; and Cole Strange, guard, Chattanooga. So that's my latest mock draft 2.0. Let me know what you think in the comments. It was great being here with you. Mock Draft Monday is always a good time. Those are the ones I look forward to, I think, the most, unless there's something crazy that's breaking. But let me know what you think in the comments of the mock draft, what you would change or do, or what your opinions are on your own. Put your mock draft in there if you want. I'd love to take a look at it. If you like the content, like and subscribe to the show. And I guess with that, we'll see you next time. Peace.